A new Justice Department memo questions decades of protections for people with disabilities. But apparently this is Stephen Miller's doing. So yeah,
The big surprise there.
yeah, big surprise.
So shocked.
This guy's so wonderful. I can't believe it. The guy behind the push for the mass deportation. No, what? I thought he was a stand-up guy. What the fuck?
Police Justice Department memo questions decades of protections for Americans with disabilities. It's the latest effort by the Trump administration to shift long-standing practices for the disability community. Ali Rogan has more on potentially landmark changes.
Nick, the new memo is one of several attempts to change services and policies dedicated to people with disabilities. The DOJ says states aren't required to provide home and community-based services that have long kept disabled Americans out of institutions if they would benefit from these other services. And as the administration seeks to shutter the Department of Education, it's moving key responsibilities to agencies which disability advocates say are less equipped to handle them.
Okay, so it's just basically put everyone in the camps. Put them all in. Put all of them.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Solutions.
Right.
Solutions to problems.
Modern problems require 100-and-something-year-old solutions.
How else better to serve Peter Thiel's AI overlord?
Right. Well, you know what we could do is give all these veterans and disabled people like numbers, give them a rating. You know, like this is literally the shit that
Right.
these people walk around and be like the fucking how the right wing was like, we're so canceled. Let me wear this Star of David on my fucking arm. Like, look how canceled I am for saying some heinous shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like this is like the actual like thing that they're doing right now. If you're listening, you know, the fucking like, oh, let me fucking put a number and a rating to all these fucking people that dissent against what I have to say. Let me fucking put these fucking people that can't afford a place to live in a fucking like in camps, and you know that's wonderful, right? People that can't
Whoa,
work.
what was that? I could have sworn the Soviets had a word for that.
Hmm.
Gulag. I'm pretty sure that was the word gulag.
Right.
Right. Cool.
But it just seems like they want to concentrate a certain population into some camps here. Is what it would sound
Like a
like.
camp or something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah, totally.
For perspective on what these actions mean for the disability community, I'm joined by Maria Town. She's president and
Nothing good, I'll tell you that.
CEO of the American Association of People with Disabilities. Maria, you are on the move today. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak.
And I just gotta say, there's already so many fucking limitations put on people to get any sort of like disability benefits to begin with. It's insane. Like, and then so
Right, and that, I
they're
mean,
gonna
that
take
to
away
loop us
any.
back around to the whole means testing thing, right? Like if you're
Yeah,
disabled, right?
exactly.
And you go on disability, just like Social Security, if you make more than a certain amount of money as a disabled person, they will cut that out of your disability benefits.
Yep.
So, make sure to keep disabled people poor.
Yeah,
That's the goal there.
It's ridiculous.
Speak with us. I first want to ask about this DOJ memo, which really provides a new interpretation of these existing laws and a Supreme Court decision that reaffirmed what we have understood to this point to be the rights afforded to people with disabilities. Can you just walk us through what those existing statutes are?
So in the Americans with Disabilities Act, which turns 36 next month, there is an integration mandate, and the Olmstead
Just like listen to the wording of this too. It's so fucking wild when people act like there's no discrimination for like people out there. You know what I mean? Like integration. Like fucking 36 years ago, we decided to start giving a shit about people who are disabled. Like that's wonderful.
You're literally talking about different levels of rights for different classes of people.
Yeah, this is all civil rights shit. Fucking the trans bills for the bathrooms and shit. That's civil rights. People act like that, like,
Right.
oh yeah, Martin Luther King had a dream, and everyone said, like, yeah, that's a good idea, and that's the end of it. But like, no, the fight rages on. I mean, people fucking refuse to acknowledge that, and I fucking hate it.
Decision is a Supreme Court decision that turns 27 years old today that affirmed the integration mandate in the Americans with Disabilities Act. The Olmstead decision stated that people with disabilities had to be served in the most integrated setting whenever possible. What this means in practice is that states cannot forcibly institutionalize people with disabilities, whether that be in nursing homes, state psychiatric facilities, or in other institutional settings. And so this memo from the Department of Justice, which says that Olmstead is not enforceable, completely goes against all previous legal precedent. And it also goes against the will of Congress and the will of the Supreme Court.
So this is just them trying to do some illegal shit.
Yeah. Yeah, just reinterpret the law to fit whatever definition you feel like you want to have, even if it's completely in contravention of all precedent that existed prior to it. But that's
Right.
like super on brand for
Well, that's the power we give to judges in this
current
country as
structure
well.
of judges and courts. But you know, that just be in case anybody forgot, the U.S. judicial system is broken.
Yeah, absolutely zero checks and
And
balances.
we've got yeah, we got ample evidence to prove that statement. I don't need to necessarily pull a million different examples out of my fucking ass for that.
Yeah, and there'd
There's this
be
cool
cases
thing called
people
Google that you can use.
And there's plenty of things that like both like the right and the left can like agree on with that too. Like there's so many examples.
Ask your favorite AI chatbot what they think.
Right.
You ask your preferred LLM, and I'm quite certain even
like give me some bipartisan examples.
Mecha Hitler will be able to verify that claim for you.
Right.
So if states no longer feel obligated because of this DOJ legal opinion, which we should mention is not a law, but
first of all, like why the fuck is this a DOJ memo? Like Department of Justice? Like why the fuck are they dealing with like civil rights like decisions right now? Like, do they have any authority
they
in
already
such
got everything
like,
they
matters?
wanted out of the big beautiful bill, dude? They already their legislative agenda was complete. Like in terms of like the economic
Project
repercussions, like they got everything they wanted, and then like a nice buttery lobster and a nice juicy steak to go with it last year.
Right.
So the only thing left for them to do is just like do destruction of civil rights pet projects.
Yeah.
That's and fucking paint the bottom of the reflecting pool to generate algae.
Right. After you drive over it
this
with a
is
motorcade.
what we've got left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Why is there a big crack down the middle when my fucking 10-ton vehicle and like 20 others drove over the middle of it? I wonder. Oh.
Right.
No idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Could have far-reaching implications anyway. If states don't feel obligated to provide these services to people who would benefit from them rather than go into an institution, what does that mean for the people who rely on home and community-based services?
This means that people's ability to live in their homes and in their communities and with their families and friends that they love is in jeopardy. If states decide not to follow decades of legal precedent and existing civil rights, it means that people with disabilities may be forced into institutions instead of being provided with services that allow them to thrive in their communities.
And this could open up all of these states to class action lawsuits as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's insane. Like that's literally
wasting more tax dollars.
Yeah. Instead of just like providing like the fucking meager amount of like any sort of benefits to people with disabilities, they would rather fight in court and like have to pay out millions, like when the cost would be a fraction of like whatever a payout would be. And then the payout wouldn't help anyone either.
Is Right. And
It'd be like,
then
here's
the
your
follow-up,
buck.
look at all these tax dollars that got wasted, and taxes are bad because we're wasting all this money. And it's like, well, yeah, it's because of all this litigation that was brought about because you decided to not enforce a legal precedent that existed for decades. And so therefore, this is how you destroy everything that you've got is
Right.
by being stupid and feeling like you're personally being attacked by some big evil ugly system that you don't understand, because being stupid and selfish is clearly the best way to find equality and fairness for all people, so that they can live dignified lives, even those of disabled people or trans people. But they don't really exist, or they don't count as far as these people are concerned. So it's like they're subhuman, and you just throw them in a
Right.
camp and you use them as slaves, and it's fine, right? We're
Yeah.
just let's just go back.
Right.
It may also mean that
Return of the
people's
bee.
Exactly.
health suffers. And in the worst case scenario, it means people will die. We know that people with disabilities and older adults have better outcomes and live longer lives when they are served in the community and not in institutions. So this could have extremely dire consequences for many people.
Dude, I've worked in a nursing home before. When somebody gets disabled and their family puts them in there, it's fucking not good. Like, would you want to
Right.
live in a fucking nursing home around a bunch of like old ass people in like
No,
a
that
clinical
reduces your
setting?
lifespan.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. Like, who would fucking want that? Like, but again, I guess that's more of that toxic empathy we're feeling right now. Is like actually giving a shit
Right.
about
God,
other
this is
human
such a
beings'
tasty
life
self-licking
quality.
ice cream cone.
People and their families across the country.
Separately, Maria, the administration is taking steps to move oversight of special education from the Department of Education to HHS. Here is what Education Secretary Linda McMahon said recently about these changes. Quote, by closely partnering with HHS, we will align federal services to improve academic outcomes, strengthen access to programs and information.
Yeah, that's definitely what we need. We need fucking Kennedy in charge of schooling. Like, what?
What?
And
No, dude,
support people with
that's Vince McMahon's wife.
Yeah, but she said they're gonna put it onto HHS.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, because he's
doing such a great job. Give him more tasks, right? Give that department more shit to do. That's great.
disabilities so
Well,
they
he
can
goes
gain
and bathes in a polluted river.
Yep. Like, I'm just gonna be over here bathing in the sewage with my children. Don't mind me.
self-sufficiency, life tools, and meaningful employment that they need to succeed in their lives. How does your group see it?
This move basically re-medicalizes the education of students with disabilities. Putting special education in education asserts that students with disabilities have a chance at mainstream curriculum, at developing critical thinking skills, and in participating in the mainstream classrooms with their non-disabled peers. We see this as
It's fucking, they're bringing back segregation. They want segregation.
Yes.
And they want people fucking just locked away from the general public that they don't want to fucking look at. It's basically what this.
Yeah, it's
all this shit is.
either assimilate or we'll put you in a box.